Hey y'all, it's happening, what's poppin', how y'all doing, how y'all feeling? I hope all is well with you all. If you are a new subscriber, hey, how y'all doing, how y'all feeling? My name is Diamondnique and welcome to the Makings of Us podcast. Of course, you can check out everything in the description box there below if you want to know more about me and or this podcast. Welcome, and I hope you stay and enjoy the content. As far as returning subscribers, hey y'all, what's poppin'? Hey family, I hope all is well with everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, night, afternoon, what may have you. And I hope y'all are staying healthy out here in these streets and safe. Healthy and safe out here in these streets, because that's what we are looking at. Healthy, are you healthy? And then is you safe, okay? Anyways, the Makings of Us podcast, we talk about everything besides politics, because ain't nobody getting into that. We talk about womanhood, we talk about relationship, whether we having relationships with ourselves, other people, or the Most High. We talk about that. We talk about this journey. This faith journey is no joke, so we talk about it. And I try to keep it really 1,000 with y'all without blowing up my whole spot, because you gotta keep some things to yourself, okay? But as far as this journey, I try to be 100% with you guys and talk about my own journey, what I'm going through, and it will help someone else. Maybe it'll help encourage you guys, or actually just help you guys feel less alone, because there's a lot of things that in this journey not a lot of people seem to talk about. I'm starting to realize that. And we need to start having conversation, like real open, honest conversations in regards to our faith journey, in regards to the relationship that we have with the Most High. My hope is to help other people to continue their walk with the Most High, and or to lead the people back to the Most High, where he can just allow you to come into his presence, okay? So anyway, so let's get into this topic for today, y'all. The topic for today that we're talking about is the truth about this journey. Now, I've done this a little bit similar before, but I wanted to touch on it because there's some things that I have been going through, and I wanted to share it with you guys in hopes that, honestly, that other people will recognize and actually let them know that they're not alone. So, of course, I'm going to be reading because I wrote it down, so I make sure so everything is in order, okay? So there's two particular subtopics that I want to talk about. One is being tired in the journey. And then the second topic is being split between Yah and going back into the world. So these two things have been on my mind the heaviest, for the simple fact that it's something that I'm going through. So let's talk about the first subtopic, which is tired in the journey. And I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory. So for me, not too long ago, probably a week or so ago, I started to just get tired of a lot of things. And the things that I'm talking about is more so the extra. There's a lot of things that we as human beings, we take on that honestly is Yah's job. It's not our job when it comes to certain situations, especially when it's above, our comprehension, when it's above our control. It's out of our hands. When you get to that point, then that's when you're like, okay, Yah needs to step in. When you're not aware of how things are supposed to go, you're limited in your knowledge, and you know that you're limited in your knowledge, then you're like, okay, I need to let this go. So for me specifically, it's been hard to surrender. So it's been hard to surrender because I do not know what surrender looks like. And sometimes we get surrender mixed up with quitting. And surrendering and quitting, to me, is two totally different things. Quitting, you're letting go, but you're forgetting about it as well. Surrendering, to me, is you're letting go, but you're not forgetting about it. You're just surrendering it. You're allowing it to be fixed, not by your own hands, but by the Most High. So for me specifically, I was like, I think I'm surrendering. Because I'm getting to the point where I have gotten to the point where how do I want to say this? it's like I care about certain things, but I don't at the same time. Like if I'm struggling in my finances, I'm tired of trying to figure it out and I can't, or it's constantly slipping, away from me. Or if it's something in relationship wise that every time I try to touch it, it just seems to fall apart. So what is that? I can't fully grasp onto it, so I need to surrender that to the Most High. Or if it's my finances, or if it's something specific that Yah is trying to do in my life, but I'm trying to hold on to something when I should actually just let it go and let me surrender that. So I just got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with fights that really I shouldn't even be fighting. I'm tired of dealing with people, certain people. Even though you do have to deal with people, you can't really escape it. But I'm tired of dealing with certain things that really I don't need to really handle. I just have to give it to y'all. I have to surrender it. And like I said, it was hard for me to do that because in this journey, you hear a lot of people talking about don't quit, don't do this, don't quit. You hear people talking about surrendering, but as far as what I've seen, you don't hear too many people go into depth what surrendering actually is. They would just say, oh, if it's out of your control, just surrender it. A lot of things are out of our control, but there's things that Yah will give the tools for us to actually have. You just have to know the difference. But they don't talk about that, So surrendering for me felt like I was quitting, and I was just tired, but I had to really go to the Most High and also to my prayer group that I have, and actually say, I think I'm surrendering. Like, am I surrendering? Am I quitting? Like, what is this? And for the most part, what Yah has shown me, you're just surrendering. And based off my prayer circle as well, they're like, you're surrendering. You actually found the key to surrendering. You're just letting it go. You don't, it's like, it's not saying that you don't care how something happens. You're just like, I can't hold on to what, shoulda, coulda, wouldas in a sense. And for me, there's nothing wrong with being tired. And I don't know why we don't talk about this more in our faith journey. We don't talk about being tired a lot. I've noticed that we talk about everything is grandeur. Everything is, everything is cool and peach. And it's not. It's not. Whoever says this journey is easy lied. Okay? Whoever had given you, I don't want to say false hope, but more so like they painted this picture that the faith journey was, a grandeur thing. Like, it really is good. Like, it's great to have, but baby, okay, the unlearning, the relearning, the healing, the traumas, the pain, no, it's hard. It's hard. It is hard. And sometimes there is this misconceived notion that being on this journey, even though it's rewarding and fulfilling, I will give it that. But sometimes we paint this picture that faith is, very magical and mystical in a sense. And it can be, but it's not all the time. Okay. And I wanted to get into the supporting points and why we don't talk about the struggles. And one point that came up was the perfect culture. We are so used to everything being perfect, whether it's filters, whether it's enhancement and things of enhancement, when it comes to pictures, when it comes to maybe your voice ain't all the way together, so you got to enhance it better. Just everything has to be perfect, and if not, perfect culture has really destroyed us in such a way that you can't make mistakes, and it's hard for people to have that notion that you can't make mistakes. And even I used to think this, if I made a mistake, then it's the end of the world. Not necessarily. Hopefully that ain't the case for y'all. Lord, and hopefully that ain't the case for me either. But anyway, but we have to turn around and understand that we're not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect for a reason. And the only one that's perfect was Jesus. That was it. Okay, he is the perfect one. That's why y'all chose him. That's why God chose Jesus. God chose Jesus for that reason, because he knew he was perfect. Okay? We not perfect. Jesus was sent down so because God knew we wasn't perfect. So Jesus was sent down to help us. Okay? And truth be told, in this perfect culture, like I said, it has hindered us so much so that we can't really fully express ourselves. We can't fully tell someone, hey, I'm struggling. Can you help me? And what I've seen for people who are struggling, who are actually trying to put their best foot forward, and it still seems as though people will come at you and be like, and will tell you, hey, you know, that was awful, and da 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 and da 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 da. And for me, it's like, you ain't gotta tell me it's awful. I already know. You ain't gotta tell me it's not perfect. I already know this. I'm the one that put it out. And it's, like I said, it's hard living in a perfect culture because we're not perfect. And I'm just here to say there's nothing wrong with you being imperfect. Like, there's really nothing wrong. And for people who have told you you have to be perfect every single day, that is taxing. I don't care what nobody says. That is taxing. There is no way you can be perfect every day. You're going to slip up. You human. We don't know everything. If we know everything, then yeah, we'll be perfect. But we don't know everything. And that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. And then the next point is fear or feeling as though you're not holy enough. Meaning, the reason why you can't really talk out this journey is the fear of how it will make you look. This ties into perfect culture, but it's a fear of how it will make you look. Will it make you look weak because you say you're tired? Will it make you look weak because, you know, or less than, or less holy, or less Christian, or less believer like if you said you're tired of the journey? I think it's this false notion too that we can't say, oh, we tired. There's people say, well, you have to stop saying that you're tired and start saying you're triumphant. I understand what people are saying, because you have to say sort of like the opposite of what you feel. But at the same time, if we all know that God, Yah, he knows our hearts. So we saying, oh, I'm triumphant, but in our hearts, I'm tired. Y'all knows the truth. Like, he knows the truth, but I understand what people are saying. It's the power of the tongue. You understand what I'm saying? And I wholeheartedly get that, but at the same time, you need to me, I feel like you also have to get it off of your chest. Like, go to Yah or journal it and let them know, hey, Yah, even though I keep saying I'm triumphant, I do feel this deep down. Now, I do think this wholeheartedly. If you do not believe you are something, then it's not going to work. So if you keep telling yourself, I am triumphant, but yet you constantly are in a state of, I'm tired, your heart and your mind and your words are not matching up. If it doesn't match up, it's not going to manifest in the way that it should. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, but this is what I tend to notice. Now, if I continue to have belief, because there's times you can waver, okay, that it's a part of the journey. But when you have times where you're going to waver, or when you feel as though, hey, I believe, and then there's some unbelief here, to me, that's okay. In a sense, I don't want someone to think, oh, I have to constantly say this in order for me to constantly believe it. No, to me, you have to back up your words, because words mean nothing if you don't really truly believe in your words. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're saying I'm triumphant, but you don't believe it, then it's not, you saying it, it's not going to help. So for me specifically, I have to get that off my chest. I'm tired. period. Yeah, help me with me being strong. Help me with, help me to be stronger. Help me to be triumphant. Now, once I start saying that, then I start realizing, okay, I am triumphant. Now my words are backing up with what my heart is saying now, because Yah has turned my tiredness, or turned my weakness into strength, and turned my tiredness into awakeness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the fear or feelings, though you're not holy enough to say that you're, if you are tired, you have that fear that you're not Christian enough or holy enough, or you're not his child. I really want you to let that fear go, because this is why I create, with the help of God, with the help of Yah and the Holy Spirit and Yeshua HaMashiach, I wanted to create a sense of community so everyone can feel as though they don't have anything to fear. Express how you express, get it off your chest. Because once you get it all out of your chest, you're getting it out of your heart. You're getting it out of your mind, your body, your soul. And you're allowing Yah to really to cleanse you, to me, in that aspect. The next thing, everything comes down to sweeping things up under the rug. So being tired, this is what I mean by the previous point. There's times where it feels as though you have to say the opposite of what you're feeling. I get what people are getting at, but sometimes you do have to keep it. You have to keep it 100, keep it 1,000 with the Most High. Hey, y'all, I'm feeling this way. I don't like it. What are you trying to tell me in this moment? Or, yeah, I keep feeling anxiousness or anxiety. This is crippling me. Help me with this. Instead of just saying, oh, I'm not anxiety. I don't have anxiety. I don't have fear. I don't have any doubts. You're ignoring it. You're sweeping it up under the rug. And I think there's a lot of that, to me, going around in that community, in the Christian community and everything else. Like, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just stating what I see. And we are constantly living in a state of sweeping up things up under the rug and perfecting things that you're going to blow a head gasket here. Okay? You're going to wonder why somebody's crazy or acting out or acting irrational. It's because of the perfect culture. It's because no one feels vulnerable enough to speak their truth. 2, and then 3, we are sweeping things up under the rug. We can't do that. We cannot do that. You have to acknowledge where you're at. Hey, y'all. Hey, God, I acknowledge this is how I'm feeling right now. Now, will this feeling stay? No. Emotions, feelings, they're fleeting. They're going to go away, but they're not going to go away if you sweep it up under the rug. And if you're not asking y'all to help heal you from it, instead of just taking away, help heal you from it. You understand what I'm saying? And the last point that I wanted to get into was that when we stop hiding and start speaking, and really speaking to people who are actually giving us the space to speak. We can't talk to everybody now. I think we all know that by now. There's certain things we can't share with somebody, and there's certain things that you can't tell nobody. Okay? We get that. But for most of us, and I hope and pray that for those that don't have the sense of community, I pray that Yah will lead you and guide you to your community, because we all need a sense of community, and we all need a place to be vulnerable and to speak our truth, and for allow Yah through people to help us. You understand what I'm saying? So when we stop hiding and realize, oh, this is okay. Like, okay, I'm not the only one. Like, I'm not crazy that I think this way. I'm not crazy that I feel this way. I'm not crazy because you think this too. And to tie in what I've said before about, in my prayer circle, when I have stated that I was tired, someone under my comment, had text, hey, I'm feeling the same way. And if I do pray someone can give me the answer that I'm seeking for. And I didn't realize until later that Yah is really helping me through my vulnerability. Because normally I'd be quiet. What? Struggling? You won't know it. the whole thing could be burning in flames. I mean, burning in flames and me with it. And I still be like, I'm fine. I'm good. Now I'm like, no, I ain't good. I ain't good no more. I don't feel good right now at this moment. I don't feel it. I ain't feeling it. Now I'm saying it. Now I'm saying I'm struggling at this moment. Help me, please. Like that's literally where I'm at now. And to see the change, it's like night and day. But I realize in me being vulnerable, it's actually helping someone else. I realize vulnerability is really strength. Telling your truth or telling the truth in how you feel is actually helping someone else, because there's a lot in this culture, especially when we're talking about faith journey, that it seems as though we have to shut up when it comes to our struggles. And to be honest, that is hindering us. That is hindering us to think that everything's okay, everything peaches and herb and cream. And it's not. And it's not. For a lot of people, there's a lot of us struggling with that, with depression, with a lot of things. This is mental health. This is mental health month. Mental awareness month. Mental health month. I said it right. And there's a lot of people struggling with a lot of things that they don't even have this sense of community or really an outlet. Not everyone knows about journaling. Not everybody knows about writing. Not everyone knows about just going to a therapist. Or people are thinking, going to a therapist is not the best thing. And I'm learning, for me specifically, because I used to be one of those type of people. I don't want to talk to no therapist. I'll talk to Jesus. I'll talk to God. That's my therapist. But I had actually understand that through the Most High, He will lead you to and guide you to people that will actually, be of benefit, and that will be Him really helping you through that person. But anyway, I don't want to get off of the subject. But as I was saying, as when we stop hiding, when we stop lying to ourselves and to other people, we start to realize, oh, that person go through the same thing I'm going through. Oh, that don't make me less holy enough. That don't mean that God don't love me less. No, God still loves you. He knows you struggling. Let Him know. Let Him know. Once I start telling God, hey, I'm struggling in this area, I stop struggling in the area. I need for you to come in. I stopped struggling in that area because I said, I'm surrendering it to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was being truthful. When I started being truthful with the Most High, everything changed. Okay? When I started saying what was on my mind and heart, it got it out my heart. It got it about my mind. It got it about my, out of my body. You understand what I'm saying? It got it up. It got out of me. And now Yah has taken it away from me, and it's like, okay, I'm going to replenish you and replace it with my love, or with my wisdom, or with things that are coming from my kingdom, because you seeked me. Truth of the matter is, be truthful to Yah. Be truthful to yourself. If you're struggling, say it. I'm struggling. Yah, come help me. I'm struggling in this area. I'm struggling in that area. Be truthful. Don't feel like you have to hold that in or say the opposite, because sometimes we think we have to say the opposite in order for us to really believe it. But if deep down we really feeling that way, you understand what I'm saying? Deep down we really feeling that way, go to Yah, go to God, tell Him how you feeling, and I guarantee you'll feel that much better. All right. The second point, which is we're going into the second topic for today. When you have to go back into the world and you are very unsure about this. Now, what I'm talking about is you going from being in the world, and then, okay, you say yes to Yah, you say yes to God, then you go through this sort of really like a caterpillar going into, into a cocoon, which is like isolation phase. And in that isolation phase, Yah is pruning you. He is allowing you to grow. He's taking away things, trauma situations that have happened in your past. He's taken away toxicity away from your characteristics, away from you, away from your household, away from your family. This is where you learn about generational curses, generational cycles, etc. This is when you learn more about yourself, the real authentic you, the you that Yah has created you to be before the world came in and corrupted you. You understand what I'm saying? So after the isolation phase, and then Yah's like, okay, it's time for you to go back out. And you like, wait, huh? I got comfortable in the isolation phase. I got comfortable. Okay. I'm not ready. Okay. I don't want to go back out in that world. Because you realize as you have been in the isolation phase, the whole world has changed. You like, what? That ain't the new word no more. That's old. Oh, I ain't know. Oh, that's what we were now. Oh, I ain't know. That's literally was me. Okay. I was like, y'all, why you want me to go back into this world? This world is disgusting. Being honest, this world is disgusting. Why do you want me to go back out here? Why? Huh? But I realized that the reason that you had to come out of the world is because you didn't know Yah. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know who the true authentic you was. You allowed the world to wear you instead of you wearing the world, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. You were allowing the world to really weigh on you. And now you realize, okay, I had the world but didn't have Yah. But now you have Yah, you like, I still don't want this world. This world is ghetto. But Yah is really, it's that time of uncovering. And for me specifically, that has been hard because I'm like, I don't want to, people different. And I'm saying this in the best way possible. People are so very different. And especially the times now, I'm like, yeah, why you want me to go out here? This world is just, this world is something else. And I'm saying that in the best way possible. Y'all know my true heart, what I mean about something else. This world is like, I'm just looking at what's going on. You like, and you want me to go back out to here? This is some hot mess. This is like, this is a mess. I'd rather stay home. But Yah is like, no, you have to go back out because I need your light. You know, I didn't see it this way at first, but I was like, man, this world is dark as hell. Like, you're just sitting up there like, man, this world is dark, okay? This world, excuse me, y'all. Sometimes my lip balm want to get a little clustered. But anyways, sometimes you are just like, why do I want to go back out here? This world is so dark. And in this time that we're living in, the world is getting a little dark. Well, not a little, a lot. I mean, a whole lot. But I understand why you needed to be in isolation phase. Because it grooms you and it gets you prepared for going back out in the world. Because now you're filled with more light than you are darkness. You know, prior to you coming to Yah, you was filled with more darkness than it was light. So while you were in isolation phase, you're now more light than you are dark. So now Yah has to put you back into the world because honestly, more light is needed. But I wanted to go into the parts that came to me. And I said, how do you balance Yah and trying to build foundations for generations to come? When I mean foundations, I mean generational wealth, generational, things that are helpful, better altars, better covenants with the Most High. Because some of us made a lot of altars and covenants that we shouldn't even made. And even the generations before us, the forefathers before us have made altars and covenants that honestly, that has been of hindrance to your generation, to my generation, what may have you, and you want to break these things. And to me, I'm learning, because there was a point that I was scared to go back out to the world because I don't want to lose Yah. You understand what I'm saying? It was that point because I remembered what it was like not to have him and how lost I was. And now that I have him, I never want to lose him again. You understand what I'm saying? So it's, sometimes we have that fear too, and hopefully I'm not getting into I may be getting into the other points. I may be getting to the other points, but how do you balance, and trying to build a foundation? Honestly, what I tend to understand, even as I read the Bible more, I realize you have to spend time with the Most High. You have to create that time. Jesus did this. Moses created time with the Most High. There's so many people that created more time with the Most High that you have to start to understand, okay, hey, I need to balance having more time with him and then have, still going out in this world. And sometimes that's hard because the more that Yah is giving to you as responsibility wise, the more that he is allowing you to have, especially the things that are coming from him, but it's a kind of more worldly standpoint, it tends to get a little hard juggling, and you don't know how you would juggle it. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I was saying before, how you feel as though when you didn't have Yah, you don't want to lose him now, because you're like, I don't know how I'm going to juggle this, how I'm going to juggle both Yah and the world. And truth be told, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't fully know either. I'm still learning. And even when I got a little taste of the world, when he has this uncovering, over me, when he's taking the cover off of me, and I got a little taste of the world, I was like, man, I said, let me come back. Because, getting into, social media, getting into all the likes, it starts to consume you, and you start to do things based off of likes. It's now, oh, you're not doing it for the Most High. You trying to get these likes up. You trying to run these likes up. You trying to get these bills paid. You trying to get A, B, C, D, E, F, G done. Okay, but what about God, though? What about that Most High? And it's hard to really kind of balance it both, but I would say you take it one day at a time. There's times you're going to mess up. There's times that, you're going to be like, oh, I need to reel it back some. And I'm so grateful to Yah, and I'm so grateful to the Holy Spirit that I recognize that, oh, I'm losing myself just so I can get some likes. I said, that ain't cool. Let me come back. Let me go back to Yah. And it helps because it's helping me to realize before it gets too much. You're recognizing, hey, the balance is off. Let me get back to Yah. And he will show you this is how you balance it out. So if you're wondering how to balance out Yah and the Most High, Yah and the Most High, Yah, God in the world, all you got to do is just take yourself from the equation and get back into the presence of the Most High. And he's going to recalibrate you, and he's going to tell you and let you know what you should do and what you should let go of, or how you should go about doing things, setting up boundaries. That's the main thing. The balance, thank you, Holy Spirit. To have balance between Yah and the Most High comes down to really boundaries. What are you going to allow into your space? What are you not going to allow into your space? Is it helpful? Is it harmful? Is it taken away from Yah, or is it adding to Yah? Is it taken away from you, or is it adding unto you? You have to start asking yourself these questions to really balance yourself back into the Most High, back into, being level-headed in this world. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. The next thing, a lot of us may not admit that they have some reservations about this. Like I was saying, which is what I was saying earlier about having a fear about going back out into the world. There's a lot of us who may have had this fear. Some of us still may have it, and it's okay. Like I said, I had that fear too. I was like, yeah, what if I lose you again? I don't want to lose you. I was a lost sheep, okay? I was a little Bo Peep, okay? And I was the lost sheep. Little Bo Peep didn't lose a sheep. I was the lost sheep. So, being honest, like I was saying earlier, being honest to the Most High, he was like, you're not going to lose me. I'm here. You know how to come back to me because of the isolation phase, because of what I told you, because of the Holy Spirit that resides within you. You're going to hear me. And I'm aware that if God tells you something and you don't do it, he going to force you. And you don't want that. So I'm definitely aware of that too. And having reservations is nothing wrong about that. Having fear is nothing wrong about that. Once again, just be honest with the Most High, and He's going to start to place a belief system in you. Like, He believes that you can do this. If He did not believe that, He would not have called you. If He did not believe that, you would not have said yes to Him. You understand what I'm saying? God calls the exact people that He knows will follow Him. He knows our hearts. And He knows that for the most part, because sometimes our heart can get a little tainted at times, He knows for the most part where our hearts reside, and we try to be the best that we can, especially for Him. So, the next thing, how to stay on the straight and narrow. Basically, I've kind of said this. I've kind of already said this, and then I had put some examples of people who really display and love love God, and they really display Him, and they really put Him out in the forefront. And a couple particular celebrities that came up to my mind was Tabitha Brown. It seems like she really has a head on her shoulders, and she really is about the Most High. Like she said, it took her 10-15 years to just get through into actually superstardom. And and for her specifically, she wears, this is what I've seen this far, okay? She wears God and wears Him proudly. Another one, I want to say Terrell from the Terrell Show. I can see like how Yah is really using him and blessing him. And same thing for Tab as well, but and I can really see it. Once you see it, you understand how, and it's hard sometimes to navigate it. This is why, people mostly say, forget the fame, I just want, the money, the dinero, okay, in mi modelo, shout out to Duolingo, okay, have the money so generations after me can live and thrive. You understand what I'm saying? So, as far as celebrities, I'm not saying this to idolize them, but there are examples of this out here. And it's okay for you to think, will it be hard for you to navigate? It might be. I can't really explain it because I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity yet. So I do think it can be hard and difficult because you may think something is right when it isn't. You understand what I'm saying? You may think something could be of God, but sometimes the devil can come as an angel of light too. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you be thinking it's right and it's wrong. So to keep on the straight and narrow, this is where the sense of community comes into play. You need people around you that's going to tell you the truth. Hey, you slipping. And pull it back, and they'll reel you back in. That's what you need. And sometimes it's hard to stay on the straight and narrow, but as long as you have someone around you, as long as you actually allow Yah to talk to you, because sometimes the word can get louder than Yah. You understand what I'm saying? And when that happens, understand that you need to pull back. And understand you need to get back into Yah's presence. You understand what I'm saying? So, to tie this up, I said it's okay to feel this way. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. We all go through this, assuming, and I said in parentheses, assuming that, assuming since no one really talks about this. No one really, as far as what I see, talks about you loving Yah and really going into the world. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difficult situation because as we all know and say, we are not of this world, we're just in it. So being in this world is a lot. Even when we didn't have Yah, we still had him, but even when we did not acknowledge him, it was still kind of difficult, navigating this world. And I said to someone the other day, living is hard. Life is difficult, especially when you think about choices, when you think about other people, and life is difficult. But it's even more difficult without the Most High. So for those that are scared or afraid to go back into the world, remember how it was when you didn't have him, when you didn't acknowledge Yah. Now that you have him, he's there. Call upon him and he will come. He will let you know he right there by you. He ain't gonna let you slip. He ain't gonna let you fall. And the people that he's gonna place around you, he's not gonna let you he's not gonna let you fall. Okay? So continue to pray, continue to really, ask him for that sense of community, because it's going to help you in the long run. All right? All right. Pardon the interruption. I forgot to tell you guys, I am testing out this segment called Music Mentions. This is where I talk about albums. This is where I talk about singles, like music singles, in regards to what I'm listening to, and in hopes that actually leading you guys to some good music, because honestly, we need to listen to some good music, and we know good music cures almost everything. You understand what I'm saying? So today, for the music mentions that I am going to talk about, we're talking about PJ Morton's Watch the Sun. Oh my God, this album. I know this is 2 or 3 weeks ago that this album been released, but let me tell you, okay? Let's get into the features that he has in Watch the Sun. Chronics, JoJo, Mr. Talkbox, Stevie Wonder and Nas on one track. Wale, Jill Scott and Alex Isley on one track. El DeBarge. Oh, and my favorite one, Zachary Cortez, Gene Moore, Samo, Tim Rogers, and Daryl Music City Walls. Let me tell you, that's on one song. I love and enjoy when artists actually are very intentional with their features. You're just looking at these features, and even by you listening to me talking about the features, you're like, what? Like Stevie Wonder and Nas? What? All these people on one song? What? Like, you would never think to have PJ Morton, Stevie Wonder, and Nas, all three different people. You understand what I'm saying? But it fits so well together. I love when you look at something, you're like, this might be a mismatch here, but it works perfectly. And I love, like I said, I love when artists are very intentional with their features and not just putting someone on because they hot. You understand what I'm saying? And as far as what I can tell y'all, there's not too many people that he put in here. It's not a lot of people checking for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? They're not like mainstream. So for him to be that intentional and say, hey, I want this album to fit, and it fits so well. It gives me Stevie Wonder vibes. I always say that about PJ Morton. Like, he gives you Stevie Wonder vibes, okay? But this album really does give you the Stevie Wonder vibes. It goes through every emotion, whether you're sad, made mistakes, you're happy, or you're feeling heavy, or, just feeling light. This whole album is really something to lift your spirits. And I love that what he did was very intentional, not just for the features, but also just this type of songs that they really are. They're really like R&B, soulful type of tracks. Even down to the arrangement of every single track. It's good. It's like, it's flawless, and I love that. So I wanted to tell you guys, go and check out Watch the Sun by PJ Morton. No, this is not sponsored. I just wanted to give you guys this music mentions, because we need good music in our lives, and this is one of them. So let me know if you guys checked out the album, and let me know what y'all think. If y'all like it, if y'all don't like it. I hope y'all like it, because if y'all my peoples, y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna really enjoy this. So that's it, and I'm going to wrap it up, and we're gonna continue with this video. See y'all. All right, y'all. So after the topics that I discuss, normally what I talk about is 2 segments. One is through our eyes. This is where I talk about revelations that the Most High has given me, and through the help of the Holy Spirit, I talk to you guys about those revelations, and it gives you, and hopefully in hopes that it gives you a positive perspective and another way of seeing things in your journey, in our journey, in the mighty name of Yeshua. Also, the second segment that I have is called Let's Keep It 100. Let's keep it 100. So what I'm thinking about doing is keeping it 100. Okay, like I told you I like to do. So let's keep it 100. Keep it simple. This journey, I realize there's a lot to this journey, and it's so much when you start getting into the depths of it, to the nitty, to the gritty, down to breaking generational cycles and curses, down to binding up, rebuking, and casting away evil spirits, down to really who you are as an individual, making sure your heart space is where it needs to be, making sure you are positively being influenced, making sure that you are positively influencing other people, positively encouraging other people, positively being who you are in this journey with the Most High. And that can be a lot. So keep it simple. Keep it as simple as much as you can. That can be easier said than done. Keep it simple. Whatever is not meant for you to have, meaning whatever is not meant for you to really fight against, whatever is not meant for you to have your mind set on, whatever is not meant for you to really hold or grasp onto, whatever is not meant for you to hold on to, let it go. Easier said than done. I know. I understand. I get you. Okay? Because I get myself. I understand. Okay? But keep it simple. I have learned and am learning that keeping it simple makes you sleep at night. Do you understand what I'm saying? You get rest. You get rest. Okay, me, I like my sleep. Okay, I like to get my beauty sleep. I like to keep it together. Keep it good. Keep it good. You understand what I'm saying? But keep it simple. Keeping it simple, I'm learning, is a burden lifted off of your shoulders. I think when you try to get into the complexity of being a believer, being a Christian, being a son or daughter in Christ, it tends to get a lot. It tends to be a lot. Sometimes you be thinking, am I doing life right? And I really had that moment too. Like, am I doing life right? And as long as you have the Most High, you are doing life right. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you're trying to make positive intentions of living, and thriving, not just surviving, but positive intentions to thriving. I was just telling y'all, I have told y'all, I want to thrive. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. We have this thing that we got to survive. No, I want to thrive. Keep it 100. I want to thrive, y'all. I'm tired of this surviving stuff. Let me thrive. Okay, let me not just I understand that in life you're gonna have struggles. That's okay. You're gonna have trials and tribulations. You're gonna have some calamity. Yeah, I got it. Understandable. But let me thrive, even in the midst of the calamity, even in the midst of trials and tribulations, even in the midst of struggle. Let me thrive. Okay. So keep it 100. Keep it 100 with yourself. Set yourself free by letting go of things that really you shouldn't hold on to. That's a lot of things, whether it's trauma, pain, anything. But, if we're talking about in regards to this journey, let go of things that you don't really need to hold on to and surrender. Like I said, it's hard for everyone because we think surrendering is quitting. Not necessarily. Okay, not necessarily. Surrendering is just, to me, the acknowledgement of, hey, this is something that's bigger than me. Yeah, I need for you to step in. That's surrendering. Quitting is, yep, I'm sick of this. I'm out. I'm going. Deuces. I'm not going to tell y'all to come in. This ain't it. I'm out. I'm outie. That's quitting. Surrendering is not saying you're out. It's just saying that, hey, I take my I take away what I think I know, and I need for you, the Holy Spirit. I need for you, Yah, to come in. That's surrendering. But like I said, keep it simple. When you start to keep things simple, things seem to be more clear. I'm not saying it's going to get clear overnight, but when you keep things at a simple point where you can handle, instead of trying to handle every single thing, it starts to get lighter. It starts to get, lighter in your household, lighter on you, lighter on a lot of things. And you start to have more revelations and more realizations because you're starting to let go of things that you're taking your focus off one thing and actually allowing yourself to be like, oh, because I looked up, now I can see this. Because I looked up, now I can finally really allow Yah to really speak to me, allow the Holy Spirit to flow. Y'all get me? Y'all understand? All right. All right, y'all, this is it. Let's wrap it up. Once again, I hope that this really has helped someone, really has encouraged someone, because honestly, we need the encouragement. I do see this a lot as a daughter in Christ, as God's daughter. I do understand the value of community. Being alone is no joke. Being in isolation alone is no joke. But living life without community, living life without the correct people, correct chess players, is hard in itself. Life is already hard to deal with alone. The last thing we need to is be alone. So I really do hope this really encouraged you, and it really helped you, and it really allowed you to say, finally someone, understands, where I'm coming from. And yeah, that's it, y'all. We wrapping it up. Okay. Like I said, I hope this encouraged you. I pray that encourages you. And especially for those to continue to walk in this journey and to walk with the Most High. And for newcomers that's coming into their new walk with Christ, to help them to actually understand, even though it may not be roses in this journey, it's still some beauty. It's still beauty, not some, it's still beauty within this journey, even though you have to get through all the muck and mud first. But there's so much more beauty after you get through that muck and mud. So, all right, y'all, that's it. I ain't gonna talk y'all, too long, okay? But I love y'all. And I thank y'all for everything. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comment section, how are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How is your journey with the Most High? Are you struggling? Are you not? My purpose for asking this question is to help other people as well. You all can help each other. This is a sense of community by the grace of Yah, by the grace of the Most High. This is why I'm building this platform for community. So, yeah, talk amongst yourself. Be respectful, y'all. Come on now, be respectful. Don't talk about nobody. Don't say nobody stupid or dumb. And that goes for yourself. Be respectful for yourself too. Don't call yourself stupid or dumb. Don't think that you're less than. If you see someone talking bad about themselves, lift them up. We need people to lift each other up. I know this world is growing cold, but that don't mean that you need to grow cold too. Okay? All right. So I love y'all. Y'all stay safe and y'all stay blessed. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.